Nella D, the girl with the 411.
Turn up. Yeah, you already know what it is.
My girl Nella D always got the 411.
Baby, what up, dog? It's Young Steph. You know my homegirl, my little sis, Nella D, stay with the 411. Let's go.
Hey, Nella D, the only one in the 513 with the 411.
Anytime I want to know what's going on, I just call my girl Nella D to get the 411.
What up? It's King Kels on 101.1 The Wiz, the urban informant, and you're checking my girl Nella D, the girl the 411.
I'm in the 411 with Nella D. I'll let your girl. Let's go.
808080, what's up? It's the 411 UnCut Podcast with Nella D. And this is brought to you by Timeless Recording Studios. And you can book right now at timelessrecordingstudios.com. And it's also brought to you by KJ Stop and Shop, 1725 West Galbraith Road. You need some foams. You need some J Savage Life outfit to keep you fly for the weekend. Make sure you stop by over there and tell them Nella D sent you. Now, today on the 411 UnCut, I got a very special guest. Somebody that's like family to me. Like I don't think blood could probably make us no closer, actually.
I rock with you like my mama had you. Seriously, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Young Butta.
Talk to me. Yo, that's a word.
What's going on, bro?
Hey.
Now, look, it's been a minute. You ain't been, I think you do like a yearly visit here to 411 UnCut.
I do. Yearly,
it's been like a year.
with something going on.
Something's going on.
What, but something be going on.
Something's been going on. Now, you know what, Butta? We didn't have you here since last time we had you here was in April of 2016. You were with the whole About Billion. It was you, KID, the whole squad. Day One, Bob, Luck, and y'all came in here and acted a fool.
Yeah, we came in here lit.
But now you ain't here by yourself, and you a free agent.
Nah, something like that. Yeah, though, straight up. Shout out to the guys, man. But you know, business is like sometimes, like look at it like the NBA. You feel me? I'm pretty sure Cleveland never wanted to lose LeBron in the first place, and I'm sure Miami never wanted to lose him when he came back to Cleveland. So it's business. It ain't. You got to live with it. Like I mean, so it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think like for a moment, it all kind of started. Let's start this from the 10 up.
Okay.
This all kind of started when I noticed something on the internet. I had noticed that actually you and Prince Bob had took out the About Billions, record label as y'all record label on y'all Instagrams, you and Prince Bob. So me being me, I was like, hold on, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, what does all this mean? And then when I put it up, you end up making some post on Twitter, and you was like, I don't jump ship, I am the ship, your favorite.
I am the boat. Shout out to Lil Yachty, but I am the boat. Like how can you jump ship? Like you gotta keep in mind, like anywhere I went, it was lit. Before I landed there, you didn't hear nothing of it or from it. Now we can date this all the way back to 2009, even with All In. Don't get me wrong, them guys, they was what it was in the street, but you couldn't do what I did with just words.
You stand on that music side.
Yeah, with words. Like I'm doing all this with words. Like my thoughts, my feelings, like this is priceless. I don't think people be understanding like or seeing what's happening in front of their face. Like you don't appreciate greatness until it's gone. Like damn, like what I gotta be 80 and dead or like what? Like for y'all to understand what it is with me?
Right. And
like,
I think
this ain't no fluke.
I think a lot of people, they were just kind of like, damn, like why Butta keep like switching up? That was the thing.
It don't be switching up. It be every situation I actually been in. When my potential really, really get recognized on a next level, that's when it gets scary to the person that whoever at the point in time was supposed to have my back. Like, I mean, it gets scary to them. Everybody wants you to do good until you actually doing better than them or in a position to do better than them. That's when it gets scary. Like, hold up. You got to keep in mind, like, the way my lifestyle set up. Like, I got friends, like, guys I grew up with. Like, I mean, like... Yeah. Like, I'm used to being around luxury. Like, I'm used to being around, like, so after so long, none of it means nothing to you. So now what are you really about? Like, where's your mind really at now? So It's like, I'm on another level with this now. Like, it ain't about really, really money. It's about progress with me. And I don't think people look at it that way. Like, man, they tripping.
Now, I think what was so dope. I think you one of the artists that actually uses the controversy to your advantage. I don't think a lot of artists in the city like do that. You actually always use it to your advantage.
Because I welcome it on. I don't offer bad energy toward it. I look at it like, okay, this situation in front of me, I mean, it could either be a roadblock or a stepping stool, whichever one you want it to be. It's all about how you look at it. So roadblock comes, step over that. That's small to me.
That little shit.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna even. I'm a step over it and then I'm gonna wave it off like it ain't never happened. Like it's that real. Like we talking progress.
Word.
We talking.
Now,
progress.
one of the things that I did notice was like at first, before everything came out that you were leaving About Billions, we were seeing like a teaser of a mixtape coming out. And it was called Off the Futon, right? So I was like, okay, you're supposed to be releasing this. I was getting, everybody was excited because when you were with About Billions, the only project we had got from you was the compilation.
My honest opinion, I was shelved for like a year.
That's how you felt?
Oh, nah, that's not how I felt. That's exactly what it was. Like, you got to keep in mind. So now it get to the point where it looked like, oh, I'm taking money to put my career on a back burner.
And that was never the case.
That's never the case. Money ain't never that important to me. You feel me? Like, not like that. I mean, you need money to survive and live, but when it's all said and done and don't none of this matter, what is your name going to stand up like?
Right.
My name going to be golden. It's going to be platinum. People going to be able to look at me and say, guess what? That's a man of honor. Money never moved him.
Right.
He never was swayed by money or nothing never enticed him to go against how he felt or what he thought.
Because a lot of artists would have been like, you know what? Should I really like stray away from a situation that seemed as good as being in About Billions? A lot of artists might not had took that, made that decision. That was kind of sacrifice.
It was a good situation if decisions was made a little better. Like if decisions was made a little better, like like part of my religion is numbers. Numbers never lie, they never will.
Right.
I get on YouTube, I look up a Young Thug video, we talking 24 million views.
At the minimum.
17 million views. I mean, bananas, crazy. I make a song with him in this studio, the one we're in now. Burn it down. No video to that? Wow. For what though? Why not? I'm out of here. Video with Thug, I'm out of here. There ain't even no talking. I mean, we talking.
So that was
B-list, A-list guy.
And that was an issue for you. You actually getting that song with Thug though was a big accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the city was like, "Damn!" But on the track with Young Thug, and you actually made his album.
Me actually being on the track with him, that was cool, dope. Not gonna sell that short at all. That was dope. But me being able to compete on that level with that caliber of artist, that should have woke people up then, like, hold up.
Because you definitely killed it.
Like, hold up. Like, to the point where Thug, like, yo, like, Thug, he did some, like, Thug is a real individual. He put that on iTunes.
Yeah.
We all know what come after that. Like, Thug sent me papers that I had to sign. Like, these papers came from Cali. Lord knows where he was at in the earth.
Right.
Like, man. So that was real. Yeah, that was a serious situation.
So, but would it have been Young Thug that would have needed to get the video together, considering that it was his single? Like, do you feel like, you feel like AB should have pushed for it for you?
I feel like should have pushed for it. Like, I feel like you should have pushed for it. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, I never asked to be on the song. Not at all. I'm laying at home, chilling, baby in my hand. They call me. Bruh, get to the studio, Thug, burning it down. Shoot through, ooh. It was, some artists in there. Everybody sounded like Thug Jr. I went in there and was like, yo, I'm not about to sound nothing like this course. I'm about to clown completely. Like, if I'm known for anything, I'm known for going off, bombing. So I'm like,
Facts.
if this finna be like my first shot at it and my last shot at it, I'm about to act a fool. Oh yeah, clown immediately. Supposed to go to Cali, shoot the video, go to Cali, never happened. History. There that go.
And then it was just kind of like pushed under the rug.
Yeah, on to the next phase.
Well, considering that did make it to his album, and then y'all also put it on a compilation about Billions compilation.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of like the last we had heard, from you on the music side. After that happened,
I was under. It was a point of time where I was under contract, and me as an individual, like me honoring my word, I honored my contract on all levels.
Yeah.
Like before I even actually got into this agreement, like I had a lifestyle that was totally different from just the lifestyle that opened up for me when I got into the situation. Like my lifestyle wasn't the way it was anymore. Like the places that I used to hang and things I used to do, like all that changed because I actually get money for music now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I remember you said that. I was like, what's the difference? When the first time I had you on here on 411 UnCut, I asked you, like, what's the difference from being Bolo to About Billions? And you was like, it was a good thing for you.
Yeah, it really was. I was in a good space because I can, like, focus on my craft and sharpen my tool and not have to worry about how I'm going to pay my bills or not have to worry about being in the streets to make it happen for my family. Like, risking my life to take care of it. Like, it's backwards. You feel me?
Right.
So it was like, it was a good space for me. That's why, like, the whole, like, situation, like, transpired. Like, you go from this to that to this to that. Like, I'm used to this. I'm built for it.
So ain't no shame in your game, and you ain't gonna let people make you feel bad for your decisions on your career.
Nah, because you don't pay my bills. You don't take care of my kids. I get up 6 o'clock in the morning every day, putting on socks and pants. Like, this is what I do.
And I know for a fact, because you ring my line early. So
yeah, I literally been woke since 6. Like, that's how it is. Like, I do what I gotta do. There's a big difference between what you should do and what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do, eventually it'll take care of everything you should be doing. You see what I'm saying? So I do what I gotta do. You can't, like, people that actually look in the mirror and judge people, them be the people that point their finger and judge people, them be the people that really can't look in the mirror at they self.
Mm-hmm.
Because passing judgment, that's a sign of low self-esteem.
That's true in certain cases.
Certain cases it is.
In certain cases.
Majority of cases it is.
Well, let's talk about the name of the project.
Let's talk free agent.
So at first, like I said, we seen the Off the Futon.
That was cool.
And now you know what? When the cover came up from Off the Futon, people was kind of like, oh, he throwing a little shade. Because first he was live from the Futon. Now he off the Futon.
This is what I don't understand about people. How do you throw shade about your own ideas, your own lifestyle? Like, when I made Off the Futon, when I made Live from the Futon, I literally was living on a futon, like literally in a studio. Like, this futon was my bed.
Right.
Like, I wake up on this futon. I go to sleep on this futon. Everything else in between on this futon. Like, real talk. Everybody thought it was a joke there. Like, then I bombed on it.
Right.
Like, oh, he acting crazy. He's sick. He named it that. I'm sneak dissing with my own thoughts.
Right.
People find any way to make something about them. Anyway.
Well, considering after, everything was put out, the tea was served that it looked like you were about to stray away from About Billions. You actually...
I did that for it was a lot of personal things in between that made me do that. Like, business, of course.
Right.
Like, business is personal to me. So it was a lot of things involving the business that really, really, really didn't sit well with me. Like, don't get me wrong, artists dropping when they want to, and I'm under contract, so I gotta sit and honor my contract. Like, oh well, I can't drop yet until I get the green light. Like, no. Like,
so why did you decide to honor it? And because I'm pretty sure that the other artists that are on About Billions.
I honestly knew that it was going to become a point in time where we was going to have to part ways, some way, somehow. I didn't know what it was going to be about. I didn't know what it was going to be for, but I knew we was going to part ways.
Nothing lasts forever.
And when it did happen, I wanted to make sure that I'm not in a wrong in no way, shape, or form.
Right.
Period. Because this is serious business. Like, that contract situation stuff, that is not a game.
Right.
Like, for real. You can be held back forever putting your name on something.
That is true.
So, I had to make sure I did everything right on my end.
And you wanted to make sure, like you said, you did everything right, and you weren't just going to drop mixtapes or drop projects.
I couldn't. How can you? Like you,
because a lot of artists feel like
you got an agreement.
Some artists, I believe, and some fans still felt like, man, Butta, you could have still did what you could have still did it if you wanted to. Like that's how some of them feel.
Then they could have paid my bills. Then they could have put food on my table, I guess. Nah, they couldn't have. I couldn't. It was in a contract. I took money for this. You feel me? I got upfront money for this. I was on salary. You can't do what you want to do when you on somebody else's salary. That's your whole purpose of working to become a boss, so you can control things the way you want to control them.
Right.
Like, thing is I know my position at all times.
And you played it.
Yeah, I know it's going to become a point in time when it's time for me to lead. And when it's that time, I'm going to do it the right way.
So why do you think that, you were shelved, as you like to put it, for like, over a year?
Honestly, my personal opinion, I honestly feel a lot of people scared to see me successful. I'm going to force a lot of people to do something they don't want to do. Let's grow up. I think different. I move different. Been through a lot in life. Anything bad that can happen to an individual, a black man in America, it doesn't happen to me. Like, literally, like, firsthand. This is primary source. This is nothing secondary.
Right.
This happened to me personally. Like, I could tell you what jail like. I could tell you what being shot like. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could tell you what struggling like. I could tell you what poverty like. I could tell you what luxury like, too. I could tell you what driving a foreign car is like, too. At the end of the day, none of that matters if you ain't real to yourself. So through every situation that you ever seen me in, at the end of the day, I came to a conclusion. Am I going to be real with them, or I'm going to be real with me?
And you got to be real with yourself.
Always. Always. So at the end of the day, like, be real with yourself. Care who you are, what you doing, where you at.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself. I mean, you got problems, work it out. Face them on, head up. Don't run away from them. I never ran from nothing. No problem I ever had, I never hid.
You going to face it head on.
Straight up.
Now, I think it was definitely entertaining, though, for the fans, to see, like, you know what, damn, he's saying he a free agent, and he titles his whole project Free Agent, and the cover art is a contract in a damn shredder. I thought that was clever.
Man, I was sitting down. I'm sitting down with my guys, right? Matter of fact, one of my partners, man. Shout out OG Jerry, man. Welcome home, by the way. He in the halfway house.
Shout out OG Jerry.
Me and OG Jerry chopping it up. He like, man, what you gonna call the tape? You ain't signing nobody. I'm like, man, free agent, man. Name it that. Like what? Like yeah. Like then we like. Other partners snuck in on the conversation. He's like, yeah, son, and you should put the contract through the. I'm like, word? Like, oh, that's dope.
And it was something. It was something to talk about, though. You know what I'm saying? It kind of sent the internet in a frenzy. Like, hold on, wait a second. So he's seriously not signed to About Billions anymore. That was kind of like
my contract was breached.
Okay.
I held up my agreement, my end of the agreement. The company didn't hold up their end of the agreement. I mean. It happens sometimes in business. Went back in and renegotiated. Things ain't go right. Move on.
Mm-hmm. Now, since you releasing this project and everything like that, has Adrian Bronner reached out to you at all?
Be real. Via DM.
Like via Instagram DM?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So was the conversation like, like congrats or come back or can we work it out? Or
me and Adrian grew up together, so the conversation went a little different. It went a little different. I really ain't not gonna speak on behalf of him because we're not under the same umbrella, or he's not here to defend himself as far as conversation go. Only thing I'm gonna say is we got a conversation about just moving forward, period.
Yeah.
He honestly felt that I was anxious to like leave his label or team or whatever, and I'm telling him like, yo, that wasn't the case. Like, it was a lot of bad decisions that was made that ain't had nothing to do with me that led to this point. like don't get me wrong, like I don't mind you gambling on yourself. You're not about to gamble with my life, though. I can't go with that at all. And what I mean gambling with my life is, I mean, opportunities.
Yeah. And you always say that.
Like real spill. We had $2 million meetings in New York. One of them, he fell asleep on the guy. Like literally. Like in front of him. Sleep.
Who fell asleep?
Fell asleep on him. I'm looking at Bob looking at me like I don't know.
A meeting. What was the meeting for?
And this guy that we was in, it was in the MetLife building in New York. This meeting was for. It was like we was trying to, just test the water, see what's up. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Test the water, see what's up. See what, like line your product up. You let them see you present yourself. See what they think of it. The guy that we sat in front of, right? Boom, chopping it up with this guy, old school. White man, I want to say he's Jew or something. You can tell he rich. You can tell he wealthy, well off. Like he was practically doing us a favor. Like we was literally beneath him financially. You could tell that's how he felt.
Right.
So we chopping it with, but he was humble though. That's what surprised me. Like he was humble. Are you willing to hear us out? Adrian fall asleep. Boom. Talking to, we start conversing. This guy, he like had a show with, I guess, Jermaine Dupri with the kids or whatever, whoop-de-whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Out his own mouth, he told me personally, like, the show was a flop. Like, I paid him before, and I paid him afterwards, just because I do good business that way.
Right.
Even though it didn't do what it was supposed to do, I still paid him off like it did, because that's good business.
Right.
So that's one thing, like, I learned from him, like, man, like, make sure you do good business, like, for real. Like, your name is everything.
Right.
So he fell asleep on the guy. The guy like, boom, do this, do that, do this, do that, come back and see me. None of that ever gets done at all. Yo, did you understand what I just told you? This guy got a reality show. Like, really?
Right.
He really got a reality show air right now. Like, just chilling. Like, yeah, that's me. That's my work. Oh, yeah, but I don't take credit for it. Behind closed doors, yeah, I inked that deal together. Oh, yeah, so-and-so, that deal, I inked that too. Like, I'm talking about we literally, like, had to scan our ID and, like, take pictures like we was going to go see the president to get in this building.
So this man is
get on
important.
the elevator. Like, yeah.
It was times where you felt like, do you think that AB didn't take the music as serious as it seemed like he was going to in the beginning?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Keep it all the way a buck with you. Yeah. He didn't take it serious because, I mean, I really, really honestly feel like he just want to be him in a city. But like, you supposed to be a role model for the town, and you leading the wrong way.
And do you feel like, I remember asking, I asked you this before when you were about billions, and I ask it again now that you aren't. But did you ever feel like the stuff that happens in the media and, the news?
Yes. It affects. Yes, it really, really do. That's one of the reasons I'm not with that now. Like, yes, it affects. Like, come on. Like, be honest with you, like, my actions is my actions.
Right.
Everybody know me. Like, know me for me. Like, I don't mess around. I don't play at all. I'm a chill dude. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't be on that madness. The stuff that you seeing that's in the media on another person's name, you automatically identifying that to me. Oh, yeah, that's so-and-so and them peoples. Then when are you just on a whoop-de-whoop for this and that? Oh, man, motherfucker was just in court for this. Like, no, we ain't about to do that. We're not about to do that. Especially not in business, we're not. No. If I'm gonna, I embarrass myself.
So you won't let nobody else embarrass you?
No. I embarrass myself. I mean, I go out in the public and act a fool myself before I let somebody else embarrass me.
So what would you say your relationship is with AB now, considering that you aren't
socially? There is none. I mean, I wish him the best with his career and everything. Like, I mean that genuinely, because he got kids like I got kids. But at the end of the day, like, it's nothing there. Like, I don't have nothing to say. If I seen what we speak, what I speak personally, no, you played me. You fleeced me out of opportunity. You wasted something I could, like, you wasted 365. I never get that year back. Only thing I can do is make sure that I live 2 years in one. just to redeem myself from that missed time. Like, come on, man.
Now, what's your relationship like with the other members? I'm pretty sure at first, like I said, it seemed like you and Bob.
Now that was the beautiful part about the whole thing, about the whole About Billions thing. That was the beautiful part. It brought guys together like I never in life probably would be cool with guys like Vern if it weren't for About Billions.
Mm-hmm.
Bop never be my little brother. Who knows? Me and KID probably never killed a beef.
Right.
So About Billions was a beautiful thing. Like it really, really like stopped a lot of BS from happening, from like colliding, brought it all under one roof. So that was the smartest thing that happened out of the whole ordeal.
Mm-hmm. You got relationships that will last forever.
Oh yeah.
From it.
Oh yeah. Like, man, I met like a couple guys, man, solid guys, man. Real ones, man. Like guys that I met like during that point in time, like I don't know if they still under the company or not, but regardless of the decision that they choose to make with their life, we still gonna always be partners because that's the camaraderie we built working on the same dream together in the same studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, straight up.
Well, let's get into some of this music now. Let's talk about this song you got, Fish Fry, on the mixtape, Free Agent. I think that's probably one of the fan favorites, is Fish Fry.
Fish Fry. This is a song that I was kind of like, skeptical about making. Because I was like, this actually happened every day. Right. Someone would honestly feel like, he sneaked this in my peoples, but this actually happened every day.
It happens literally. I don't know how many times we'll see, people pass away, due to gun violence in Cincinnati. And then this guy was, he had everything. He was fly. And next thing you know, everybody trying to get some money together. You know what I'm saying? To bury this man.
You hearing it from a guy that literally was raised in the streets. That's nonsense. That's foolishness. Us as a community, black people, we have to really, really do better. Make better choices with money. Like, that's foolishness. Like, really? Like, I never understood that. Man, my first time meeting the life insurance dude, man, I probably was like 7 or 8 years old. Right. My mother identified like what she had going on and looked at the environment off the dribble. Like, you know what? I got boys, 2 of them. They hang outside a lot, like at an early age.
Right.
Let me get life insurance on these boys, man, so I won't have to go beg nobody or I won't have to actually go outside my house to send them off the right way.
Right.
Like, that's nonsense. Like, you got people that literally got like 40 and 60 and 70 and $80,000 worth of jewelry with no life insurance.
They make it make sense.
Like, is this how we living for real?
But that is how a lot of people are living for today, and they aren't living, for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people live like that. And I think that song,
crazy. That's
one of my favorites off the project. Well, Boom in the Trap, my number 1 favorite. But that one is too.
Let me tell you what like kind of like drive me crazy about Fish Fry.
What?
When you speaking your rap, it's like, sorry about that. You speaking your rap, you speaking it from perspective. You got people that speak it from below the streets. You got people that speak it from in the streets. And then you got me. I speak like from above the streets. Like I'm sitting back and this is what I see. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you got people that rap like I'm in the midst of it. No. I'm sitting back and I'm watching. This is what I'm seeing every day. R.I.P. so-and-so. R.I.P. whoop-de-whoop. R.I.P. whoop-de-whoop. Go fund me for this. Go fund me for that. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
And it's depressing. On top of it being sick that a lot of black men are killing each other.
Why not talk about it? We rap about everything else. We talk about everything else that really don't make sense. Why not rap about something that really, really do make sense?
And that's happening in our community.
Yeah, like really, like why not talk about it?
Now that was just one of the songs on the project that you really touched on what's going on in communities, in black communities all over. But you had another record on there that really hit home for Cincinnati. It was called Ayana's Dad.
Wow, yeah.
And I'm getting chills right now.
Nah, that's one of my favorite
I'm getting
joints.
chills right now.
That song was an actual story.
It was a story.
And I don't mean like an actual story, like it's something that I went home and made up and wrote. Like, no, this actually happened. Like line for line, like word for word. Like it was my first time actually taking my son to get his hair cut. So
Right.
it was crazy, like have an encounter with this guy and he moving around and living like everything normal and his daughter dying. I'm like, how do you do it? In my brain, I'm like, how do you do it? Like, man. So I tilt my hat off to him. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That whole experience was crazy. Like, I looked at my son totally different when I left out of that door. Like, it was that real in that barbershop that day. Just the whole setting. Like, wow.
Yeah. Now, I think that the city appreciated it. I'm sure that, Ayana's family.
Before I actually put it out, I sent it to her dad. And I told him, like, I want you to hear this before anybody else do.
And get the approval.
Because I want your step of approval. He hit me back like, damn, like, Butta, like, that made me cry. I'm like, me too. Like,
Right.
for real.
And you got daughters.
What? I do. I actually have 5 of them.
Yeah, 5 cute ones, and they be turned up. They be turned up. But, yeah, so I'm pretty sure that really, like...
Oh, yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
Because me being realistic, I don't know if I could have held up like how he's holding up. At all. Like, I'm talking completely crash out. Like, no future at all for nothing. I wouldn't care about it.
Right. It'd be like, fuck it.
Yeah, life itself.
Yeah.
Like, nah, like, I don't see how he do it. So I tilt my hat off to him. He's a strong individual. He blessed. For sure.
For sure. Now, I think the mixtape, I was so proud of you, actually, for this project.
You proud of me, too?
I'm definitely proud of you.
Aw.
And I was so proud because, sometimes, some people wouldn't know what to do if they were in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I think what I like most about you as an artist is that you, like I said, figure out how to capitalize off of your situations and what's going on. You figure out how to say, you know what, I'm not going to let this defeat me. I'm going to beat it.
I end up going back to the drawing board. I end up going back to what actually got me here. And that was productivity. That was progress. Like, if you look at my track record from now, dated all the way back to probably 2009,
Right.
I've done nothing but got better. Like, I keep getting better and better and better. And when things don't go my way, what do? I go back in and raise my stock.
Mm-hmm.
I keep reinventing myself through my music. I really ain't got no crazy images like that. Like, I don't really blaze up like Wiz Khalifa on camera. I ain't really into the
Internet
lean,
and all that
or
stuff.
I ain't really into
Yeah.
the internet. I ain't really got no gimmicks like that. So
Right.
whatever I do, it got to be genuine. It got to be pure.
Yeah.
Because people watching.
Now, me, being around during this time, I just really see how you grind. Like, you really grinded for this project. Like, you was going.
You helped me.
We was grinding, nigga.
Yeah, we put them CDs. You helped me put them CDs together.
In the car, putting it, boxing up CDs and everything. You went ham though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't think a lot of artists, they definitely do it on their own. But as far as in like having that situation where you felt like, you know what, I'm with about billions now, everything gonna be good. I don't really kind of worry about this stuff. You still went back to that drawing board, like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I have to do because I'm in charge of my career.
That's because everybody napped on me. They paid more attention to the situation than who was actually in the situation. Like, this is me at the end of the day.
Right.
Y'all thinking that that specific situation was gonna make or break me, not knowing that I practically was the situation.
So you saying that, do you think that the About Billions movement would have been as big if you didn't go over there?
Here in the city, no. Don't get me wrong. I honestly got faith in guys like, I got faith in all them guys as artists. Like, so it could have possibly happened, but the impact that it actually had here, with me being like on front line for it, nah, I don't think it would have been big like that here if it weren't for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I definitely, I think like as a fan of the About Billions movement, as a fan of the last compilation that y'all put out,
Dope.
we were disappointed.
I was, I was disappointed. And probably the reason I was disappointed was because I knew my fans was disappointed. Like, first off, you meant to tell me he was shelved for a whole year. Not only was he shelved for a year, now he got a new situation. Now he left the whole situation. Like, man, is he ever going to come out? Then, boom, here I come. Make it slow.
Make it slow.
Make it slow.
Now, you did have a mixtape release party with Rick Ross as celebrities where you got to perform most of the songs off your project and things like that. And Rick Ross actually like spoke some good words about you. Like, on stage in front of everybody, he was basically giving you like this big ass shout out. So what is your relationship like with Rick Ross? Because the rumors was, Ross just gonna take Butta. He ain't gonna, be with about Benz, and he just gonna go to MMG. What's the answers?
The thing is, it was like I've been doing, like, not on a personal, like, face to face, like call my phone level, but like as far as music go, I've been knowing Ross for a minute now. Like, before I even met A.B. Not before him and A.B. got the rocking and clicking like that.
Right.
That's why his words was what they was. Like, man, since I met him, like, he been a solid guy. Like, keep in mind, this same individual watching opportunity fly past me because I'm so secluded to my town. I'm so secluded to my city.
Right.
Like, it was actually holding me back. Like, I had to get past the whole Cincinnati era. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll do it for the city. I am the city.
Right.
It's bigger than a city, though.
Yeah, everything it's always bigger, and I think a lot of people get that confused sometimes. Like, it's definitely like a bigger lane outside of here. Like, yeah, we love being able to pop inside the 275, but we got to get out this mug.
Yeah, like, you really, really got to take your show on the road. Like, and the thing with me is, do this anywhere in the world. I can do this on Mars with confidence and impress whoever that's looking to criticize me.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. That's work.
That is work. Now, when you put out the project, were you kind of nervous, like, what people gonna think? Were you a little, like, were you excited? Was you nervous? What was your take at first, putting this project out on your own, telling it free agent, letting everybody know, like, what, I'm on my own now, I'm doing this on my own. Were you kind of nervous about what the feedback was gonna be?
I knew it was gonna be scary for people. I knew it was gonna get slow. I knew it was gonna be slow. Like, I knew it was gonna be slow off the dribble. Like, first off, understand something. Like, I'm him. Like, for real. Like, I'm just now really, really coming to the realization, like, with myself, like, yo, this is crazy. It might not be nobody else born or birthed from here that can step in front of a microphone and do what I did or do what I'm doing.
I always
like,
say
that's crazy.
Yeah, I
like,
always
that's
say
scary. That's scary. We talking legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally. And I'm not just talking my city, I'm talking my state. Like, do what I did, like, come from where I came from. Like, man, from battle rapping, I didn't even know how to count bars.
Now, a lot of artists do have that issue where they good on the battle side, but they can never cross over to making mainstream records. You one of them people
That's
that
because
actually...
They had told me that I couldn't do it. Like, oh, he hot, but he don't know how to make no song, though.
Right.
Like, that's how they was looking at me. Like, they was like, man, he hot, but... Luck got Mr. Miyagi out, and, Scally got out. I think she like me now. KID got cash out. He can rap, but he can't make no song.
Right, that's what they felt.
I'm like, damn, for real? That's how they feel about me? Which it was actually true. So in order to move forward, you got to acknowledge your truth. Like, you know what? I'm really, really not that good at making songs. So let me go and shy away from this battle stuff. Let me go and start trying to write songs.
Yeah, for sure. But I think you definitely was one of them artists that capitalized on that, because I see a lot of artists, they struggle with it. Like, it's hard for them. They like, hey, they try to put out some songs. You be like, it's good, but it ain't.
That's because it's hard lying. It's hard to lie. It's really, really not that easy to lie as people think. It's really, really hard to lie. Not only is it hard to lie, it's hard to stand next to it and co-sign it. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an artist an example. Day Day. You want to know why his single was so crazy and so hot? He wasn't lying.
Right.
I got a family to feed, They depending on me. That's why it was hot. He wasn't lying. That's why it seemed so easy for him.
Mm-hmm.
Then his next one. Spin that shit. Spend that shit. It seemed easy. He's not lying. Fuck it, spend it. Who don't? You see what I'm saying?
People spend $20 and get it right back.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's easier when you're not lying.
Yeah.
Now, it's one thing to manifest, which is, let me put y'all up on game. Manifest is bringing your thoughts into existence. Actually looking at things and actually visioning them in your brain and taking steps and taking care of the little small details that make your thoughts into reality. Yes, that is possible. Your mind really, really control a lot more than what you think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is possible. This is real. Trust me. I know firsthand.
I know secondhand.
For real. But yeah.
Hey, real talk.
It ain't old.
You ain't lying.
It's like music is like that now.
Now, being that, one thing that I always say too about your music, I cannot compare it to nothing else. A lot of artists come out.
That's because I don't sound like nobody.
You don't sound like nobody. Butta sounds like Butta. When you hear a Butta mixtape, as soon as somebody put in, you can't say, is that? How if you hear a designer song, you might ask, is that Future? If somebody put on a designer song that you've never heard before, you might second guess.
I did that with Panda, but not now.
You will still do it. He got a new track out. I'm telling you. You hear it, you're going to be confused.
You know the difference now. He drew the line in the sand.
No,
you know the difference.
I'll let you listen to it after the interview, and you're going to be like, what is bro on? He still sound dead on Future.
Wow.
Dead on him. But with you, though, we don't get that. We get Butta every single time, not the whole super auto-tune, and not knocking that, because I like the auto-tune.
It's like you lit. It's like I be lit, but I got bars at the same time. So it's like I got a wave, but I got bars, but I blend both of them together. Like, I try to make sure like I'm evenly balanced on both sides. That's what make it really, really crazy.
Yeah. Well, you got a show coming up. Well, What is that? I think it's the 12th. With Bob.
Prince Bob, yep.
So
Avenue.
At the Avenue. So I'm excited to see that. Beforehand, like you was booked at the Avenue hella, you was booked at Celebrities hella. When the compilation project had first dropped, you was probably one of the most booked up artists.
And then, bloom.
Yeah, then it
got slow.
It got turtles.
Yeah, it got snurtle.
It got
snail and turtle.
It got slow. So I'm happy to see them, you on flyers again. And the fact that you kind of stepped out, with a lot of people, with people help though, and you did it on your own.
That came with dropping. I dropped. Shit was hot in the street. What? Bucky. People would come see him. He got fire out right now.
And that's how easy it is.
Yeah, it's called investing in yourself through your craft.
Now, what else are you gonna put out something else, like later in the year or?
No. I'm back in like, we ain't gonna play about it at all.
So you gonna drop again?
Real soon.
Real soon you dropping again?
Yeah, real soon.
So we gotta do this all over.
Yeah, we have to probably do this all over.
We gotta do this again. Yeah, but I'm glad you did come out today though and talk to me.
Oh man, it was an honor. It's always a blessing to sit down and talk with you.
I know. I mean, we talk all the damn time.
Yeah, but you act like I just went on the phone with you for an hour earlier.
We talk damn near every single day, like for sure. But I'm proud of you though. But I'm proud that you still, you ain't letting nothing stop you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't letting no situation define you or anything like that. You just gonna keep going. And I think you
really can't.
Yeah.
And that's what like me, Dub, and Vo, we was chopping it up about like in the hallway. Like we like, yo, it be mad hurdles with this, like this whole thing. Like, yo, it's like you get past one step, then you gotta step over this. But the thing is, like, you just gotta tighten up your boots and keep going.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's worth it. Like, man, it's really, really worth it.
And you always gotta say you gotta prepare for the job that you want.
You really gotta prepare for the job that you want. Yeah.
And so if you can't get over these little hurdles, how you gonna get over the bigger ones that's to come?
Like, yeah. Like, millions of people comment under your pictures, making jokes and memes about you and your family. Like, you really, really ready for that? And you can't even step over these little small hurdles? Like, nah, you can't cheat the grind.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Now, let them know, Butta. Let them know where they can get the free agent at. Where it's at?
Free agent. And I'm talking, look, man, Spotify, iTunes, my mixtape, SoundCloud. Like, really, really anywhere you can possibly find music, I made sure it was there. Check it out. Free Agent Young Butta. Foul.
Yeah, and make sure you follow Butta too. Put your IG and
follow me
Twitter.
at I am Young Butta on IG and on Twitter, The Real Young Butta.
And no, you still don't have a Snapchat.
You gonna make me one?
Why the hell why do I gotta do it?
Because I don't know. I mean,
all right, I'll make you a Snapchat. And we gotta get you a Facebook because people be upset that you don't have a.
I ain't with all that.
Oh my!
I don't be on all of that. What they be on Facebook, I don't be on all of that.
So you ain't gonna get a Facebook? No, it's over.
I ain't had on Facebook in almost like 3 years, man. The thing about
but you be knowing what be going on there though.
Oh yeah, they keep me filled in, man. Think about it. I'm Miss 411, my sister. I stay plugged in.
You do know. You know what? One of the funny things I think that happened during the process of recording Free Agent and getting everything together was when we seen that AB had commented on a live video. You went live from my page in the studio.
But but you will comment on it, but you won't shout it out, but that's where the hate and the jealousy thing kind of make my antennas go off like, whoa, you feel me? The thing was a lot of people really, really didn't shout it out or promote it. It wasn't for that. It was really, really for the people that really, really believe in my skill as an artist to see this guy got better. You feel me? The thing.
And a lot of people though, once it was out there, they still talking about it. I'm sure I can search the hashtag right now on Twitter, search the hashtag on Facebook. Somebody's talking about it.
It ain't no features.
So the next one is you gonna get somebody from the city to get on it on the next project?
Probably. That's if I feel like holding hands.
All right, Butta. No comment. Thank you so much for coming through today, Butta. I love you so much, bro. I wish you the best, man. Make sure to you hit us up on IG, Twitter, Snapchat, all that at 411 UnCut. And also like us on Facebook at 411 UnCut Podcast, and make sure you log on to 411uncut.com for all the latest celebrity news, gossip, local videos, anything that you want. We supply you on 411uncut.com. And hit me up too at Nella_D513. Everything, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, I'm there. So thank you, Butta, for coming through. This was a good conversation today.
Oh, it was a great one. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so look, until next time, it's 411 UnCut.
Peace. Bow.